Bayern people, welcome back to my channel. There's a few little rumours floating about over the last 24 hours that I thought I might as well round up. Nothing solid, but there's just a bit over 24 hours left of the transfer window. We still need a centre-back. Let's see what we're going to do. I haven't really got high hopes. By this time in the transfer window, things should be picking up. If we're close to anyone, really and truly, we would know about it right now. But you know what, I'll give them today because we've still got another half a day tomorrow. So if we can get something solid done today, then I'm sure we can get over the line before the deadline tomorrow. But if you haven't already, make sure you go over to Instagram, follow me Turkish LDN, and follow me on Twitter Turkish LDN, and follow me on those social media channels. I appreciate all the subs so far, appreciate all the feedback, comments, and all the general love I've been getting for all these videos. Obviously, the season's about to start, so the transfer window's going to be behind us soon enough. But let's get straight into it. And au revoir, Koscielny. He's finally gone. Ruined his legacy, if you want to call it that, Arsenal Football Club. I don't think we'll look back at his time at Arsenal, at the team that he had around him, and look too fondly. It has been known as the banter era. A lot of people like to say, especially the younger generation. And I won't disagree with them. Koscielny has been a big part of a struggle in defence for a decade. And he has been a part of it, you know what I mean? He hasn't stepped up to the plate to be the leader that we all wanted and we needed at Arsenal Football Club. But he did an adequate job. He was a solid defender for a little while. It's just a shame that it ended the way it ended. I'm hoping he comes out and tells us a bit more as to why it ended like that, as to why he refused to go on the US tour, because I'm still sure there's more to it. It's out of character for Koscielny to act like that. So I'd still like to know, but when you look at his intro video, fuck him. Like, you see him taking off the Arsenal top, the old Arsenal Puma top, to reveal the Bordeaux top underneath. I've seen Robbie's video saying it's a disrespect, and to be honest, it is. You don't need to do that. What kind of an intro video was that? They just told my man, sit in front of the camera, take off the Arsenal shirt, and that's the intro video. Like, if Koscielny had anything about him, if he had any love towards Arsenal and the fans, I think he would have refused that. He should have refused that. Because it's hardly an intro video that's well thought through. It's just a bit of a rush job. Just kind of take a swipe at Arsenal. Like, we all do like the clicks and headlines on online, Twitter and whatnot. So it did work for them. It got a lot of reaction. But in my opinion, it just shows that Koscielny didn't deserve the respect that he was shown throughout the years at Arsenal Football Club. It also shows something that I say a hell of a lot. Stop over-respecting these players. Stop over-licking them. Like, then they don't really give a shit about you, me as fans, and they certainly don't give a shit about Arsenal Football Club. So we have to stop building this bond with the players and expecting them to treat us a certain way, or expecting the best out of them, because essentially they are humans, and expecting the best out of humans hasn't really worked well. If you look worldwide at politics, look worldwide at the shit that's going on. Do you know what I mean? We can expect the best from humans, but it isn't always the case. It isn't always the case. But off the back of the Koscielny news, this Upamecano stuff, I'm still not a firm believer in it. I'm not going to lie to you. If we wanted him, we would have gone for him earlier on in the window. It's not someone that all of a sudden has become available. He had a solid season last season. He had a great partnership with Konate, two very good young centre-backs. And it's just a bit of a shame, if we are interested, that we didn't go in earlier. But at the end of the day, I just don't believe it's going to happen. I believe we should have the money available for a 60-70 million buy purchase, but I just don't think Arsenal are going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, now the Pepe excitement has died. It just, when you really think about it, as the problem's been solved, it could all flip at Newcastle away. One negative result, one joke of a performance from the back line, and all this excitement over Nicolas Pepe and all these signings in the summer will soon go down the drain, and we'll be back to square one, essentially. So I'm hoping that Upamecano rumours are true. Apparently, RB Leipzig have stated that they want 70 mil plus Emil Smith-Rowe, or they want the release clause paid, which is about £84 million, I think about 90 million euros. Now, in my opinion, in this day and age, in this market, Probably worth it when you look at Harry Maguire going for 80 at 26 years of age. Yes, he's more proven and solid in the Premier League, but Upamecano has all the physical attributes, has got some experience in one of the top 5 leagues at least, and someone that he looks like he's going to be a very, very solid defender in the years to come by. So whoever does pick him up this summer or next, they'll have a very solid defender on their hands, someone that will lead from the back, someone that's vocal, someone that can bring the ball out. And I know a lot of people were asking me yesterday what I meant by no nonsense. And by no nonsense, I don't mean just hitting the ball into row Z. I mean loving defending. I mean putting your body on the line, crunching tackles, clearances off the line, getting back, busting a gut. And Upamecano has all of that. It's not just about kicking the ball into row Z. That isn't the only way to show that. But if that is what RB Leipzig wants, 70 mil plus Emil Smith-Rowe, I'd actually do it. I'm not going to lie to you, I'd actually do it. I know Emil Smith-Rowe is a little gem. He could turn out to be something. But in my opinion, now we're so stacked in the attacking areas that we can take a loss to improve the defence, in my opinion. So I would do it. And on the other hand, obviously, Joe Willock, he's been linked to Bayern Munich. And I was talking with a group of friends saying, listen, as big a talent as he is, as much potential as he's shown, who knows if he'll fulfill it. So if Bayern are willing to pay maybe 20 mil, 25 mil for him, then go and take it and go and put that on the Upamecano money and just bring him in. Because I know, like, the young talent at Arsenal, we're looking at them to be the next gen, and we're looking at them to take us forward and trying to find hidden talent. But at the end of the day, Upamecano is a talent. He's a 20-year-old centre-back that would vastly improve this defence and the fortunes of the defensive line. A signing like that coming in, changes the whole outlook of the defence, makes defenders around him look and think, okay, we're getting a bit more solid, you know what I mean? A bit more safe, a bit more comfort now. And by comfort, I mean just being comfortable with the people around you. When you've got Mustafi next to you, how can you be comfortable in defence? I'm not comfortable watching it when he's there. So I can only imagine Socrates and how Koscielny felt being next to him for years. So I'd actually do it. I'd see what Bayern Munich are willing to offer Willock. I'd see if RB Leipzig will take Smith-Rowe as a make way in the deal. Just because we need a defender so badly, I'm willing to lose one of our young talents. The only young talent I'm not willing to lose would be Reece Nelson. Other than that, I'd use any of our young players as a make way in this deal. It's just something I believe so strongly in. Upamecano would help our defence so much. And with Saliba coming in next summer, the French connection. Listen, let me not get ahead of myself, because first and foremost, I actually don't believe the rumours. I believe it's a bit late. I believe that due to Arsenal fans all hoo-ha on Twitter and online, clicking left, right and centre and getting gassed left, right and centre, I think that these media outlets are starting to just put a bit of bullshit rumours and stories out there. And that leads me perfectly on to Ozil. Apparently his agent's talking to DC United about a January move. We know Rooney has confirmed that he'll be a player coach at Derby come January. So they're probably looking for a big name replacement to come in. And what do the media outlets do? Hey, let's link Mesut Ozil. The fans ain't happy with him. Let's link Mesut Ozil. So I don't really believe that. I don't see American clubs really spending a fortune on players, but then again, I'm not expecting a fortune for Ozil. As long as they're willing to cover a lot of his wages, then I'm sure it could possibly be a next step for Ozil. I know he did state Fenerbahce was the club he'd like to retire at, but with their financial situation and circumstances around the club at the moment, bringing in young talent, helping them grow and then selling them on for value later, it just doesn't fit the model. So America could be a next move. Do I believe it? Again, no. It just happens to be off the back of the Coutinho rumours flying around again. It does seem like Coutinho is being offered to clubs left, right and centre. It does seem like he wants to come back to the Premier League. But again, I don't believe it. Like Philip Coutinho, if we was to get him, amazing. If we was to get him and Ozil was to go in January, that is amazing business. That is proactive, amazing business. That is more of what I'd want to see. But it doesn't seem like we're going to be doing too much proactive work. If the potential option is there, it's there. But look, an hour later, an hour after the rumour broke that Coutinho is linked with Arsenal, it looks like he's closest to Tottenham now. So in the last 2 days, in the last day now, I wouldn't bear too much mind into these headlines and these reports. Just sit tight and let's see what happens. Just sit tight and wait for some, yellow screens, breaking news. That's when it really means something's going on. Do you know what I mean? Watch that Sky Sports screen and wait for that yellow screen. But hopefully, we do make some movement in the last 24 hours. Was I like Coutinho? Yes. Do I believe it? No. But if we was to bring him in, like I said, and let Ozil go in January to America, excellent business. Excellent business. That's more of the sort of business I'd like to see at Arsenal Football Club. The Pepe signings, potentially Coutinho coming in as an Ozil replacement early on. Proactive. Don't sell Ozil and move Ozil on without replacing him. Oh, yeah, bring in Coutinho. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not the Arsenal way. I can't lie to you. And Ozil to DC, I can only dream. I can only dream that in January this guy has finally left our club. Because let me tell you guys something. When Ozil leaves our club, that's 350k off the wage bill. And you lot ain't heard me say that all summer, 350k. But when he comes off the wage bill, that means Arsenal can sign a massive player. That means Arsenal can sign a star player, proven star man in world football. It's just that with Ozil's wages there, it's a big hindrance. So until we can move him on, we're not going to be paying no one else over 300k. I'm glad that we can pay someone over 300k because the years gone by, we never used to spend over 100. It's just that we're spending it on the wrong man. So once that time comes and once we free up those wages, watch the player we bring in. It won't be a direct replacement for Ozil, but the money we're going to save from Mesut Ozil's wages, if we can put it into the defence, if we can get a star man in defence, it would have been Koulibaly this summer. I wouldn't want him next summer because he'll be getting on a bit. But we'll see with Upamecano and Konate, two very good young options. If we can't get one this summer, then they're going to continue to grow. They're in the perfect league to do so. So next summer, someone we can potentially go in and pick up. But I'm telling you, I can't wait for Ozil's wages to get off the books and we can really sign a star man that deserves the money, a star man that we look at to win games, a star man that we're gassed about. Because let's be honest, the Ozil gas is forced. But let's not make this video about Ozil. Again, I don't believe those rumours, especially considering how happy he is in England. Yeah, I know he's gone through that little drama with the car thing, but I believe he's happy in England. And that is the route. Actually, Jenkinson on his way to Nottingham Forest. I've seen a lot of people mentioning that, and I've seen a lot of people mentioning that, saying the 2012 Arsenal era is done. The last player is out the door. What era, man? Fuck these teams. The 2012 team, the 2013 team, the 2011 team, the 2010. Fuck them teams. What era? How can someone look back at a team photo from 2012 and say, Jenkinson's the last piece or Koscielny's the last piece, that era is done? It's not an era. It's not an era. I don't know what it is. I know people are going to say, but the term era, listen, it's not about the term. It's something, I don't want to remember the 2012 team, let alone remember the last player to leave it. So it is what it is. Jenkinson on his way to Nottingham Forest. Hopefully it works out for him. Hasn't worked out for him at Arsenal, but he is an Arsenal boy through and through. Supports us, and we have supported him. He's just not good enough, but we have supported him. You know what I mean? At games especially, he gets a lot of love. Being an Arsenal fan, it's just that he's not the greatest quality-wise. So that's a shame, but at least we move him on. We can get him to Nottingham Forest. We freed up about 90k in wages from Laurent Koscielny. We can free up another 30, 40k with Carl Jenkinson. That's good moves. Obviously, it would have been ideal to get Mustafi and Mkhitaryan off the books. I don't know how they're still here. I can't believe they're still here. It's madness. You know, when you just want to take the L and let them go for cheap, but who has actually been linked to them? Who actually tried to test the waters? I don't believe any team did. So it looks like we're lumped with them. But Jenkinson, good luck at Nottingham Forest. Unlucky it didn't work out for you, but we need to move on and we need to get back to the team we was when you were supporting us as a young boy, lad. So hopefully it works out for you over there, Jenkinson. Koscielny, au revoir. Ozil's not going DC. Coutinho's not coming Arsenal. Upamecano's not coming Arsenal. If I'm going to put anything on the line, it'll probably be a Daniel Rugani loan or a similar sort of signing to that. I don't believe we'll get another big name or major signing over the line in time. It's just not the Arsenal way. We need about 24 days, not 24 hours. So it is what it is. Going to be in for a roller coaster season next season with that attack and that defence. But welcome to life as an Arsenal fan. Do you know what I mean? Welcome to life as an Arsenal fan. But let me know in the comments below what you lot think about the latest rumours. Let me know what you think about Ozil to DC and Coutinho to Arsenal. How good does that sound? I know it's bullshit, but how good does that sound? Ozil to DC in January and Coutinho to come in now on a 2-year loan with obligation to buy. It sounds perfect. It sounds so perfect it's not going to happen. Centre-back wise, what do you lot think? Are we going to bring someone in the last 24 hours or not? Jenkinson, happy to see him go on and get his, well, it might not be his final contract, but finally get his first team opportunity at another club. And Koscielny, see you later, mate. No hard feelings. No hard feelings, you know what I mean? I don't know why you did what you did at the end, but it is what it is. You're off now. You had to be off regardless of what you did. So it is what it is, people. Let me know in the comments below what you lot think about the rumours. Remember to go over to my Instagram, Turkish LDN. Go over to my Twitter, Turkish LDN. Add me up on there. And love for everything, people. Love, love.